I'm sitting here pondering about the Oklahoma-West Virginia game. Can my Mountaineers get it done? I think they can, but will they? And what's it going to take? I'm going to give you my 5 keys to a Mountaineer victory. Coming right up. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Kuz's Corner, your go-to channel for college sports with a heavy dose of West Virginia Mountaineers. Before we get into today's topic, I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers, Charles Brown. Charles, I really appreciate your support. And for the rest of you who haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that subscribe button for me if you don't care, and hit that notification bell to be notified of future uploads of videos. And don't forget, if you like the content, smash that like button. And leave comments in the comment section, even if you disagree with me. Let me know. I really appreciate it. All those things help me out and help me achieve my goals and helps grow this channel and this Kuz's Corner family. I want to let you guys know that on Monday at 9 p.m. I'm planning to do a live chat. So everybody, 9 p.m. Monday night, we'll do a little recap of the weekend in college football, talk about the West Virginia-Oklahoma game, really anything you want to talk about. Live chat Monday night, 9 p.m. Be sure to tune in if you don't have anything else to do. I'm really looking forward to it. Today I'm going to give you the 5 keys to the game for the Mountaineers to overcome the Sooners in Norman on Saturday night. It's going to be a tough task, but I think the Mountaineers can do it. But they're going to have to, in my opinion, they're going to have to really succeed in these 5 areas. Number 1, the defense has to force some turnovers. They've not done that so far this year. They're -5 in turnover ratio on the year. So they're going to have to, their defense needs to force some turnovers. Their DBs need to keep their eyes up, and they need to try to get some strips on the Sooners. Now, they have forced some fumbles this year, but the ball hadn't bounced their way, and they haven't recovered them. Coach Brown claims that there's actually an art to recovering fumbles, and he's right. His guys have been trying to fall directly on a ball, and you got an oblong ball, it's going to bounce funny. So if you try to dive directly on it, it squirts out from underneath them. So you got to go in at an angle. So he says they've been working on that at practice. So hopefully they're able to force a couple fumbles and actually get them this time. Key number 2, the offense has to protect the ball and not turn it over. Oklahoma is +5 in turnovers this year, so they will force turnovers. So when West Virginia's got to do a better job. Turnovers almost cost them the Tech game, and it did cost them the Maryland game. So they've got to protect the football. Dagy's going to have to make good decisions, especially in important situations. 3rd downs, deep in your own territory, game on the line, those types of situations. He has to make good decisions. And the guys have to hold on to the football. They've fumbled the ball several times this year, and they've lost a couple of those. You got to protect the ball. Can't give it up, especially to a team like Oklahoma. Because Oklahoma's offense is eventually going to get it going, and you don't want to help them out. Key number 3, controlling the line of scrimmage. West Virginia's offensive line had a much better week against Virginia Tech. They graded out in the 70s according to Pro Football Focus. Much better week for them. But here's the problem. Oklahoma's defensive line has graded out in the 80s or 90s in some cases in every game this year. They have a stout defensive line. So West Virginia's offensive line is going to have to bring their A game, and they're probably going to have to get a little help from T.J. Banks and Michael Laughlin, tight ends. And then the backs are going to have to do a good job blocking, too, in passing situations. Blocking and O-line going to be keys here, because that Oklahoma defensive line is loaded with talent, and they've already sacked the quarterback 10 times in 3 games. And we know that West Virginia has given up a lot of sacks, so they're going to have to watch out for that and play a great game and protect Dagy. And also open up holes for Letty in the run game. Number 4 key, I think the use of Garrett Green in this game is going to be crucial. I expect Neil Brown's going to use Green more than he has so far up to any point in the season. I think they're going to put some wrinkles in there with him. I think they're going to let him throw the ball a few times, maybe even, because they've got to do something to keep this Oklahoma defense off balance, and I think Garrett Green's the key there. And I think if used properly, it could actually be the factor that gets West Virginia the win. And I expect Green to have a pretty decent game on the ground. Number 5, key, special teams. Oklahoma is great in special teams. Their place kicker has made 4 out of 5 field goals past 50 yards on the year, including a 56-yard field goal. He is a great kicker. So we've got to try to keep Oklahoma out of field goal range. It's going to be tough to do because he's in range. Basically, anytime they get to the 40-yard line, he's in range. So they're going to have to win the field position battle and try to keep Oklahoma pushed back as much as possible. But if you can force them to field goals instead of touchdowns, that'll definitely be a key. But he's probably not going to miss them. And on the other side, West Virginia, Casey Legg's been making his kicks, but our weakness has been touchbacks. West Virginia's touchback percentage is only 43%. They're at risk of giving the opponents good field position on every kickoff at that rate. Now, they have been covering kicks pretty well. So up to this point, the field position's been decent. But when you play a team with explosive athletes like Oklahoma, they could break one on you at any time. So they need to kick that ball. Evan Staley needs to kick that ball in the end zone more frequently. On the other hand, Oklahoma has a touchback percentage of 72%. So they're forcing touchbacks. So they're probably not going to give Winston Wright a whole lot of chances to return. And if he does, he's going to have to take it out all the way out of the end zone in most cases. So those are my 5 keys. Now my score prediction. I think it's going to be close. I think West Virginia's defense is going to show up and play the way they've been playing. I think the offense will do okay, but I still don't. I have my doubts that West Virginia's offense is going to be good enough to beat Oklahoma. I just don't think we got it in us. I hate to say it because they're my team and I love them and I hope I'm wrong. But I'm predicting that Oklahoma wins the game 31-27. It's not the same explosive Oklahoma offense we've seen in the past. So 31 is kind of low for them. But I don't think West Virginia's offense can score in the 30s, and I think that's what it's going to. I think you've got to hold Oklahoma under 30 points to even have a chance. And I just don't. With Spencer Rattler, arguably the best quarterback in college football, at the helm for Oklahoma, I don't know that we can. Even though he's not completing a lot of balls downfield this year, he's still Spencer Rattler. He's got a cannon for an arm, very quick release. Neil Brown said he's one of the best quarterbacks he's ever seen since he's been coaching. So they got the work cut out. And at some point, like I said earlier, this Oklahoma offense is going to break open at some point. They've got too much talent not to. And I hope this ain't the week they do it. But it's at home, in Norman, a night game on ABC. The media's been talking about how bad Oklahoma's offense is. So they're probably going to go into the game angry. They're ready to prove something to everybody. They're ready to prove that they're a national championship contending team. And I think that at the end of the day, that just proves too much for my Mountaineers. Let me know in the comments. Do you think my prediction is off? And what do you think about my 5 keys? Do you think I'm accurate with these 5 keys of the game? Is there other keys of the game that you think are important? Let me know. Please, guys, I appreciate you joining me. If you like my content, please smash that like button. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. Helps me reach my goals. And until next time, peace out.